just about time to rock as toe gets ready to meet leather. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium. A short kick taken at the 18. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Opening quarter, his opening carry of the game, and I think they'll give it to him a few more times, as they should.
You're exactly right about that, but that type of a run, you want to repeat it many times until they show signs of stopping it. I think he did his visualization exercise before this one, and they're paying off.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Prescott off play action. Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Oh, a free safety blitz. That can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys. After the sack, it's 3rd and long. Here's Prescott. He's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th. On to punt now, Anger, as he boots this one away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Throwing to start the drive. Moreland. That's going to be caught downfield by McLaurin. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. On 1st and 10. Moreland. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. These two teams met in our nation's capital earlier this season with the Commanders picking up the win at FedEx Field. So they are gunning for the sweep here in Dallas. Off play action. Moreland. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 20-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Micah Parsons make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Looking to throw on second down. Moreland, and his throw's going to be incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field. It took away his intended read and almost dared him to try and put his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. Field goal unit and Joey Sly now. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. Sly able to put this one through, and it's 3-0 Washington. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for. One of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On On 2nd and 11 now. Prescott. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Prescott able to hit his target, Lamb. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Washington offense as we get a look at the playoff race in the NFC. Well, we do know, Charles, they will be in the playoffs. They currently sit at pole position #1, but nothing's set in stone right now. They still have to earn that top spot.
And it makes me reflect back to preseason when you and I do our tours of camps. The prevailing message in each and every one of them was what? Win the division.
Win the division.
Win the division. You know you're in the playoffs. It means something. It means a home game. It means a number of other things, but winning the division is paramount. You're right. They won't step off the gas here.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun on 3rd down. Moreland got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 3-0 after 1 on EA's. Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Looking to throw. Moreland. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. Down inside the 10. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And they are able to add on to their advantage. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass his young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
Here comes Darius Phillips out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Nothing for him yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. Now Prescott. Flushed out right. Dances by him. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
I am willing to bet that he got a monster grin on his face when he saw what was happening. Mancovers were so committed to denying a big throw that it pulled attention away from him, and he had an easy lane to hit, and hit it he did.
And he'll be brought down at the 27. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw is Prescott. And he finds his target. It's Schultz. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Prescott down. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And the Cowboys are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Van Jefferson from 6 yards away. And the Cowboys have got it back to within a score. Extra point from McManus is good. They'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it was all capped off by the Van Jefferson touchdown reception. This will be fielded inside the 5. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top form.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
They get 17 down to the 17, and it's a first down. 2 minutes remaining in the first half, 10-7 our score. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw, eluding the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Back to throw again. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown. From 17 yards out as his guys are able to extend their lead. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, bowling his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
Extra point by Sly is up and good, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. The Cowboys and Dak Prescott getting set to take over once more. He had the touchdown pass on their previous drive, and they'll search for another score as they begin here with a 1st and 10. Prescott to throw it. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
1st down, Prescott. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. The Cowboys looking to get going again in a hurry. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now Prescott. Complete. Jefferson the target. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Looking to throw. Prescott. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Washington going to go on offense now late in this first half. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the 2nd quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Commanders will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Now Joey Slye for the point after. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. The quick strike ability certainly intact there. 2 plays, 80 yards to score it. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Phillips now from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. And the Cowboys going to go on offense one final time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. A first down throw for Prescott. Throw right side, taken in by Gallup. Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick. All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. On the return from his end zone is Grant. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here come the Commanders for the first possession of the 3rd quarter. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, Moreland. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very solid gain of 27. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 47. This to McLaurin out on the left side. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal.
Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Commanders take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Slide for the PAT. And the lead is now 24. 5 plays there on that drive. And it's finished off by a Terry McLaurin touchdown. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. Fielded right around the 8. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Second until it's prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, Go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
On the move past the 40. Still going inside the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tony Pollard, 62 yards. And the Cowboys are able to cut into that deficit. So Dak will bring the Cowboys up to go for the two-point try. Prescott, they're going to throw for it. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of two-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
They start on the ground with Robinson here. And some space here. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 25 yards to pick up there, and also a first down. And they're going to speed things up here. Back to Robinson now on first down. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
That's caught inside the 20. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. On first down, Moreland sets up the screen to Robinson. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
They'll run with Gibson, and he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. The extra point by Sly is up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one taken just inside the 10. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. We haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD. And if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score.
Back now in Arlington. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Play fake. Here's Prescott. Buying time to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Montez Sweat, the man that time to fight in and drop him.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Here's Prescott. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing, Prescott. This one brought in by Jefferson. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation.
4 yards on the pickup.
2nd down at 6 now from the 42. Here's Prescott. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. Prescott now from the 50. Pollard here once again. Back-to-back catches. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6. 46-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Prescott. And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl-type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Mike McCarthy took the gamble, didn't pay off. And Washington will have it on the turnover on downs. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They go play action here on 1st down. Sliding out of the pocket. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Another touchdown through the air for them, and for this rookie quarterback at the helm, he has put them in a great position, Charles, to get the victory in this one.
He's absolutely taken charge. Every touchdown for them has come via his arm. 0 rushing touchdowns, no special teams, no defensive scores. All him throwing the football. He's in cruise control right now, and so is his team.
Sly on for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. Dallas offense set for this next drive. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole. Prescott looks to throw on 1st. To the right side and complete to Jefferson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Now Prescott. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead. And it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them, play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances. And that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
Extra point by Sly is up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. The Cowboys about set to take over on offense. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. To throw is Prescott. He finds his man complete. That's Ferguson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys. Prescott. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And again, it's Prescott. Left side to Lamb. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final plays develop.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. And he's got this to Jefferson. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
McManus's point after is good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. There's Terry McLaurin, such an exciting pass catcher as this offense comes out for the next drive. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him? Bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore, because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Now McManus to tack on the extra point. And that will cut this lead down to 25. After the play there, defensively getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. This will be fielded inside the 5. So that last kickoff, just a mere formality, obviously, Charles, wrapping up a game that they should be